Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Three Dumb Dads.
What is going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great week. We are back, and we're ready to have some fun tonight, boys, aren't we?
That we are.
I'm very excited for tonight's episode. I'm very excited for tonight's episode. I don't know why. Like more excited than normal. I think I'm more excited than normal about this one. There's a lot of stuff to pack in here. I'll give a quick rundown. We're going to talk about back to school because we're just about back to that time. Plans for the kids, what is going on in this weird ass world we live in. We're going to talk fantasy draft, and we're going to pull via a picker wheel the order for the first annual Three Dumb Dads Fantasy Football League. Boys, what's the prize?
Abby.
Ring. One of these. Not a marriage ring.
I
Not a
was
actual
gonna
championship ring.
say we're getting a wedding ring, dude.
No.
I'm not getting married to random people.
No.
And then, as
Some
we
people
like to do, we're gonna get into some weird ass Amazon reviews. And this is the first time that, I didn't look at anything. I have no clue. I clicked the links. Seth watched me click on the links. I half saw one thing for about a third of a second. Ebby never sees any of these, so I have no idea what we're in for. Stick around for that at the end. And then just a reminder, make sure you check us out on all the socials. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Twitch. If you're not catching us live, you can always catch us live every other Thursday. Thanks to those people who do stop in and participate in the chat. Obviously, we love that live interaction. But it's also obviously podcast format as well. So getting into the first thing here, we want to talk about going back to school, and kind of over the last really 2 years, there's been a lot of weird stuff happening. A lot of decisions that had to be made by parents that they never probably thought they were going to have to make. We're going to kind of go through some of the stuff that we're doing. Want to know what you guys are doing at home. Ebby, what do you guys have going on? Because you're kind of in a unique situation, I believe, because of COVID and children's ages and everything.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
Well, what grades are your kids going into?
Third in kindergarten.
Exactly. So leading into kindergarten. So for me, my daughter is a year away from kindergarten. She'll go to kindergarten next year in 2022. So this year we're making the transition from going 3 days a week and now doing 5 days a week in the morning. I swear she participates in more activities than most 13-year-olds. So between my wife and I, we're running around all over the place. Mostly my wife. Thank everything for her doing that. But we haven't really had to worry about the whole thing. Nothing's really changed a whole lot for us, but for you kind of missed out on last year, that almost transition year from daycare to school. How do you think Gemma's going to do going into that?
Oh, I pray it's good. So you're right. We did kind of miss a year. So we had her all signed up for preschool, ready to go. And they pulled the plug. Probably like most places did. Missed out on preschool. But did get some sort of schooling, I guess. Mother-in-law jumped in and kind of had like her own little like makeshift school. She'd go over there for like a few hours a day, here and there, work on simple stuff, letters, numbers, basic stuff they're going to learn in kindergarten. Got her set up on BC Mouse. We just tried to do like as much as we could to prepare. I mean, at the end of the day, we both work full-time jobs. We're not teachers.
Exactly.
I mean, I requested the same kindergarten teacher that Gino had. because she was awesome. So fingers crossed that she gets her. But I really hope it goes well. This is literally going to be, aside from daycare, this is her first time like away from the house with random people. Granted, I know she's going to be fine because she will make friends, but going to be those first couple days that are going to be a little nerve-wracking.
Well, yeah, and you're probably going to be waiting for her, to get home because you're still going to be working from home the whole time, right? As of now, you're probably going to end up being home. I know Seth works from home. I'm the one that has to go in every day. So it's been a little weird for me just because my daughter has activities while I'm still at work, so I'm getting pictures and videos and everything else. But in the end, I think it all kind of works out. It's kind of a big experiment. Seth, what are you guys doing this year? Because I know it was a big transition last year, and now I know some of it's kind of changing back. How did you guys kind of come to those decisions?
Long discussions. I think, so Reagan went to school full time last year, masked up and all. Didn't really seem to have any problems. Her school seemed to have a pretty good handle on how they handled the COVID stuff. And, if somebody tested positive, there was a certain amount of, if two people tested positive, then they had to close the school for, I don't know, a day or two for deep cleaning and whatnot. But so she's continuing to go. Nothing's changed on that front. Gavin and Olivia both did online stuff last year. So they did online schooling, and Gavin's going back to public school. So he needs interaction. He needs some sort of like outside of the house, not sitting in front of his PC, to keep him occupied during the day. And then Olivia is going to continue doing, virtual school. They have the option. It's nice. They have a campus here in Harrisburg. So like if she wants to go in and do assignments or stuff like that, she can go in and do that. But I gotta be honest with you. I'm really worried about what's going to happen with kids that are under the age of 12 that, aren't able to get the vaccine right now. And this Delta variant, wreaking havoc everywhere. You're starting to see these places are starting to request people to get masks, wear masks again. And I don't know, man. I think it's going to be an interesting couple of months. But kids need to go back to school. They need to have that social interaction because, some kids are all right without it. Like Olivia does really good without it, but there's other people that, like, I would say the majority of kids need to have a social life. And
it's one of those things that, and maybe you guys will agree or disagree with this, but it kind of goes along the same thing with the whole work from home thing. Some people can do it, some people can't. Obviously, a lot of people figured out that they could get a lot more work done by working from home, and they did that over the last year and a half. But there's certain jobs that you can't. There's certain people that just, they would rather go into the office. They're more productive there. The leave work at work, leave home at home, separate the kind of those two things. Same thing. I know Gavin at this point for, God, way too long. And he's probably not someone that down the line, now maybe he could change and could mature, but he's not someone that if I was his manager, I would want working from home. There's too many distractions. There's too many other things. And he needs that interpersonal conversation at work where you walk over to his desk and you have the quick 5-minute conversation, and then we focus back on work for 55 minutes. Rather than I'm going to be distracted and surf Facebook for 45 minutes and then work for 10 and then look at something else and go down those rabbit holes. I think that's kind of where it eventually is going to be. It works for some, it doesn't work for all.
Yeah.
It's got to be, the way I'm looking at things now is, I think it should be all or nothing. None of this half and half stuff anymore. Like last year, I'll give credit to all the school districts on how they handled it because, nobody really knew what was going on. They did the best they could. Like, our school district, our superintendent did everything humanly possible to get those kids back in the building, and he did. And now he proposed the health and safety plan for this upcoming year. He first put it out there as masks are not going to be required. They're going to be a parental choice. And he got crushed. He was like a hero last year because he got the kids back in school. Now he's getting destroyed because all he said was parental choice, which I don't know. I mean, I just want it all or nothing. Like there's school districts that I'm seeing that are saying high school kids don't have to wear them, but elementary school kids do. And there's school districts saying it's a parental choice. Then there's school districts saying it's full mask, top to bottom. Like we're all adults. Make a decision.
You can't. I mean, in this day and age, the reality is that you can't make a good choice. No matter what choice you make, somebody's going to criticize you. And I think that that's just the society that we live in nowadays. And it's sad. And I think it's even worse because everybody has access to these devices and everybody's so interconnected that everybody has like the freedom to just speak their mind and say whatever they want. And hell, anybody can have a podcast. Look at us. Like, anybody can just go out there and say whatever. But, I don't know. I hope that eventually these things will, kind of work themselves out and we won't have to worry about this. It'll just be something that we have to look on from the past and be like, holy shit, we made it through that. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
And I hope they do let these kids, even if they're in masks. I mean, that thing is what it is at this point. I know last year, my son would come home and I'd be like, how was recess? What'd you do? He's like, we just walk around because they don't give us any balls. We can't be near our friends. So we just walk around.
Just put them on the track.
Was because he said so a few of his friends were in a different class. They go on the football field and they're on one half of the football field when his class is on the other one. They're separated by yards. Like you said, like prison. You got cell block B over here and cell block C over here. Why can't they all just be general population?
Well, I mean,
put everybody in Gen Pop.
Tell your son to stop shanking people, and maybe this would be a little easier.
What'd you do last night? Dad taught me how to file a shiv.
Yeah, this is just my toothbrush.
My dad taught me how to file this down into a shank. Gina, what's that in your pocket? It's my toothbrush, bitch. Back up.
You're gonna say, hey, Dufresne. Hey, Dufresne.
Oh, okay. So this topic went downhill quickly. Any other thoughts on school? I mean, it's going to be. I'm the teacher. So chat's saying I'm the teacher. So we're all going back to school until they tell us to stay home. And that's kind of a lot of people's attitude at this point. I think I'm just kind of living my life the way that I am until I get told I have to do something else. I mean, I think the majority, I know I just saw something the other day, like the company I work for, I don't know what the percentage, but I'm sure it's a relatively high percentage of people that are vaccinated. But out of the cases that we had, I want to say about 5%, maybe 10. I can't do the math. Ended up being people that tested positive that did have the vaccine. But again, from what I've been gathering, just because you're testing positive doesn't mean you're showing symptoms. You could have just been around somebody and you happen to get randomly tested.
Well, and they're saying that, you can still test positive being vaccinated, but having the vaccination significantly reduces A, whether or not you're symptomatic or not, and B, if you are symptomatic, it significantly reduces those symptom effects on your body. It's not a foolproof system. Like they've said that that's just the way that it is. It's the same thing with the flu shot.
Well, and it's
People-
I think the percentage is, it's actually higher percentage of working than the flu shot because of the way that
100%.
the way that it functions. It's not eliminating the actual RNA. It's eliminating the protein that attaches into your cells and keeps it from reproducing. So just because you got some there doesn't mean it's going to make you sick, but you could still have some. Anyway,
At least that's what they want you to believe.
whatever.
It's really a microchip, and I get 3 additional XM channels since I got mine.
Ooh.
So, everybody that's out there worried about them tracking you, number one, they're already tracking you through your stupid device that you have.
This thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, by the way, looking
but
at the radar.
additional benefit is that you get additional channels that weren't previously available to you if you have an XM subscription. So it's worth it.
So Seth, over your shoulder is obviously the window, and I swear I just saw lightning. So I quick pulled up the radar. If for some reason the storms come back through like they did the other day, and we get knocked off the air, that's why. If I lose power, because apparently was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. We had 4 inches of rain in an hour. The entire area was flooded out.
It was 35 minutes. We had 4 inches of rain.
Is that what it was? Was 35 minutes?
35 minutes.
I was at work. By the time I got done doing what I was doing and able to walk out of my office and look, one of the cars that was sitting in the front end of our lot, you could not see any of the rubber on the bottom of the wheel. It was about halfway up the actual wheel, like on the metal part, between like where the wheel starts and the lug nuts. So it was probably 6 to 8 inches deep.
I know this won't make any sense to you, Ebby, because you're not from around here, but on 22 by the Meadows, there was 5 feet of water.
How?
Just the amount of rain that we got.
So that's why. Okay. So I was confused last night as I came home. Everything was out of power. Like,
oh yeah, dude, it was.
My wife sends me a message. Hey, can we get Popeyes for dinner? Sure. As long as the line's not too long and out into the street. Otherwise, then we're getting Arby's and I'm going to come down the street farther. Whatever. Drive by, power's out. Okay. Hey, I'm going to go to Arby's instead. Pull up there, power's out. All right, guess I'm going to Burger King. Literally, the line at Burger King, and Seth, you'll understand what I'm talking about, was all the way through, out, and almost into the bank parking lot. And I stayed there because I needed dinner, and it literally took me about 45 minutes because it was the only place still open. Everything was out of power and shut down because of how insane this was. So if for some reason we lose power tonight, that's what happened. There's a storm on the way. I just looked at the radar. Hopefully it doesn't hit us before we end the show. Moving on.
Real quick.
Okay.
Real quick. This was
moving on. Just kidding.
This was on my mind since we started. Every time you hear the word back to school, what pops into your head?
Billy Madison.
Yes.
Oh.
Back to school. Back to school.
Every single time.
Okay, now that's going to pop into my head, but for some reason it wasn't. Where my brain went to was the stupid sign in Target back there at the end of the in the back of the store.
Oh.
Obviously,
man, Billy Madison.
Well, marketing background. Sorry.
Shampoo is better.
I go on the hair first and clean the hair.
Conditioner is better. I
leave the hair silky and smooth. All right.
Really?
Clean your pants is cool.
Stop looking at me, Schwan.
So for anybody who is just listening to the audio, please check out the YouTube so you can just see what Seth just did.
That was fantastic. I lose my mind. I focus on my children, my students. It's stressful for sure. Yeah. Chat, for sure. Obviously, being a teacher is something I would never want to do. I mean, I'll coach baseball. That's kind of where the name came from, but that's the extent of what I can do. I was actually watching my daughter getting speech language pathology like stuff because she's in speech therapy, and I literally texted my wife and was like, I could never do this. I would be so frustrated. So thank you to all the teachers out there who have been dealing with everything over the last almost 2 years, year and a half at this point. Thank you for everything you guys do. And speaking of thanking people, Ebby, I believe you have a sponsor for tonight's episode. Is that right?
Yeah, one of our old ones going to bring him back to life.
So we'll just talk about it
Haven't
because
talked
I didn't
about-
pull it up.
We haven't talked about this in a while. So we're going back to True Till the End clothing. Brotherhood goes beyond the blood. Ties of the family to the association of those with common ties in life, look, and attitude. Present your crew with designs for every lifestyle. And customize True to the End gear to reflect your own brotherhood and individual lifestyle. So you can find True Till the End on Instagram. Listen, Matt. You can find them on Instagram at True Till the End _brotherhood. Or online at truetotheend.com. So check them out once Matt decides to go to Instagram and find at True to the End Brotherhood.
I give up. I'm terrible at this game. Okay. Yeah. I give up. I tried.
Share a link on our Facebook.
Yeah, we'll share lots of links everywhere.
It'll be linked in the episode description.
Have another
on the
Yolush.
podcast.
Here we go.
There we go. Chat's gonna handle it for me because I'm terrible at life. Anyway, let's move on to the most fun thing that we're gonna do tonight.
Make sure you flip your screen.
What? Don't I want to do this?
Show
Aren't I doing this one? I thought I was doing this one. This.
TikTok? Yeah, but you're not
That's a
sharing it on
TikTok.
Twitch.
Oh, I know. I didn't get there yet.
All right, well, hurry up.
Jeez. Executive producer. It's time for some football. Who's ready for some hits? I saw a couple tonight in the Eagles-Steelers game. You know, when the Steelers got scored on. 79-yard touchdown. Let's go. Live draft in 2 weeks at 9 o'clock. Don't forget to be here. Don't forget to be here. So now, it's time. We are going to do the 2021 Three Dumb Dads Fantasy Draft Order tonight. Right now, it's time.
I feel like Mel Kiper. Really do. Like
Should have wore a wig.
Chat,
somebody.
if you're a part of the league, let us know your team name because I don't remember who everybody is. But if not, we're going to try to do our best to tell you who everybody is.
I have everybody's names.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I remember who everybody is if they're somebody that I brought into it. So
The exciting part about this is we're going 12-1.
oh, that's right. So with the 12,
Well, we're going backwards.
yeah. So it's like the lottery.
So
Let's-
whoever lands here first is number 12.
Is number 12. That is correct.
Correct.
So with the 12th pick, aka the end of the first round,
We get back-to-back picks. Here we
it's okay. You can
Pick
rename it
12.
after Mace.
and 13.
Oh!
Whoa!
Fancy
I'll take
dads.
it. I don't want that spot, but I'll take it.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself and where how you typically draft. To the rest of the league, pay attention. This is how to beat him.
Not at 12. I mean, now I really got to think my strategy here because I had a strategy in my head going into this. Can we redo this? Can we go back and redo it
Nope.
and start over?
Nope.
Okay.
You're 12.
Well, a little bit about the name Fancy Dads. We're cutting out cargo shorts. We're bringing back the Air Monarchs. We're getting fancy as dads.
Maybe you
moving-
are. I'm not getting rid of my cargo shorts ever.
I say I will keep my cargo
'Cause you're not
shorts forever.
fancy.
I
You're
will
not
keep.
fancy.
not
You're not
fancy.
fancy.
He's literally doing the podcast in a cutoff Orioles jersey.
Although, if you want to see Fancy Dad, when I get to Myrtle Beach on Saturday and I show you our house, that'll be fancy.
But if you're wearing the shorts that you got for the trip, it kind of takes it back down a notch.
My chubbies?
Yeah, bro.
100% wearing them.
Of course.
Did you get just shorts or like swim trunks?
I got both. I got a pair of the active shorts and I got a pair of swim trunks. They're fantastic.
So, even more fancy dads. I was up at Grove City Outlets, went into New Balance, got some short shorts with some built-in undies.
Yeah.
You got to show a little of the thigh now.
Thighs out, thighs out. Let's fucking go. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So moving on with the number 11 pick. Who do we got?
Want 12.
Prestige Worldwide.
Oh,
Is that you?
that's me. What the fuck?
Well, if nothing
Number
else,
11.
if nothing else, chat, you know we are not cheating.
Can we restart?
No. So Seth, tell us where this name comes from.
Step Brothers. I mean, seriously, one of the greatest movies ever.
I just wanted you to tell everybody.
It literally is incredible. Watched it last night and got inspiration for the team theme. I put the Step Brothers as my team photo. Little, it's just awesome.
I think my team.
Moving on.
I think my team photo is the Wreck-It Ralph. Number 10.
Solid movie.
Oh yeah, we're moving right along. Here. We got to get through 12 picks.
Coach's clipboard. This fucking wheel sucks. Oh my god, dude.
And I get number 10.
Dude, it's literally going in reverse order.
Is it? No, because I wrote my.
You were number 3. Look, when you click hide choice, it's literally gone 12, 11, 10.
All right, hold on. So here,
if it continues, we got to redo it.
If Pittsburgh Pong Champions comes up next, I may find another wheel because this is terrible. With the number 9 pick,
we would have to redo it.
And of course it doesn't.
Right, it didn't.
Guardian Outdoors, one of our sponsors. Right. The cool thing about this one is I had the opportunity to play on the same field as Kenny, Guardian Outdoors. So I seen what he could do on the field. So let's see what he can do in the fantasy world.
I'm kind of enjoying this. All right, so we are down to number 8. The number 8 pick in the first annual goes to Team Mains. That is MaceLink there in the chat. Mace is a Facebook streamer. Has a great community. Just kind of flipped most of his community and convinced all of us to go start playing Splitgate. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. I'm going to have a ton of fun with it playing off stream here after this. So join us. Coming down to the that's a great spot. Great spot right in the middle. Not bad at all. Not a whole lot of pressure on that first pick. Getting the number 7 pick in the first annual 2021 Three Dumb Dads. Just end the season.
And this would be our friend Rob.
Which is also kind of how we feel about when he pitches.
And if you look at this, just end the season, look at the first letter of each word.
Oh.
Jets. He's a Jets fan.
Which would be his
just
favorite
end
team.
the season.
Moving on, the number 6 pick will be awarded to
Sidney Crosby.
Limitless Kicks.
Limitless Kicks, a new sponsor to the show. So we'll be highlighting them a little bit. Custom shoes, custom clothing. Good stuff coming.
Custom
Limitless
shoes.
Kicks.
Is that John?
Yes, it is.
Nice. He owes me a beer or 3.
Number 5.
Number 5. And as you can see, the pieces of the pie are getting bigger. Less and less teams on the reel. The Telford Tatoes. That would be Glenn Tato on Twitch. Another part of the MaceLink community. Check him out. Plays a lot of Warzone. He's kind of a potato. That's where it comes from. So his shots are normally not very good, but every once in a while he has a good game. Number 4.
Oh, now this is intense.
It's getting up there.
The Slim Brady.
That would be my stepson, Gavin.
So that's Gavin's team. He is the number 4 pick. So that's probably actually not a bad spot for him, because otherwise he would put a lot of pressure on himself to make a crazy number 1, 2, or 3 pick.
Yep.
The final 3, which I just realized is now coming down to Sunday, the better Sunday, and our good friend Nick. So which one of these 3 will get the number 3 pick?
The better Sunday.
The better Sunday.
Ooh,
Coming in at 3.
446. So another sponsor for upcoming shows. 446 is a distillery located here in Pittsburgh. Cool name about cool reason why it's
fact.
called 446. There
Cool
we go.
Factoid.
446. 446. 446 bridges in Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Boom.
All right. So this is not only going to determine the number 2 pick, it's also going to determine the number 1 pick. The person picked is getting number 2. The person not picked is getting number 1. Will it be Mike Sunday or will it be our good friend Nick Knoll? By the way, we did not pick any of the names.
Except our own. The
Pittsburgh,
number 2 pick.
Pittsburgh Pong Champions getting number 2, which means slant eye formation. Nick Knoll will be the number 1 pick. He named his own team. He can make that joke.
Should we give him CMC now?
Here, just to make it official.
It is saved. The draft order is saved.
There it is.
There. That way he still gets his little... He can screenshot that he gets the number 1 pick. Slant eye formation with the number 1 pick in the inaugural 2021 Three Dumb Dads Fantasy Football Draft. Coming to you live in 2 weeks at 9:00. I think what we're going to do is we're going to invite everybody into chat to have the conversation there. We're going to have the draft board up in the similar scene as to like what we're doing now. So it's going to be over here, big old draft board, kind of hanging out. Join us. I had to figure out which way it was. Sorry. It's this side.
Yeah, we're gonna have some. We're gonna have some fun with it. You know, we're going to. We're going to talk about the picks like we are like draft analysts, like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a bunch of facts about every single person drafted.
Yep. We're probably going to make fun of each other, make fun of each other's picks. I mean, this is going to be fun.
Is this going to be a great idea?
It's going to be fun. Yes.
Let's see what it says. Is it a good idea?
Probably not.
It says yes. I couldn't have asked for anything better there.
Hey.
All right.
All right.
So,
who's ready for some Amazon mother effing reviews?
So we're starting
the very first one.
Okay, so we're starting over here.
Yep.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this? I'm not. No, let's make that go away. All right, so we have the Swiking Men wig, short blonde brown layered natural synthetic hair for male guy daily party wear. If you want to look like Brad Pitt, this is the wig for you. It's only $17. Hold on.
It's a bestseller.
How are they?
All right.
Like,
hang on. Don't scroll.
Okay.
Don't scroll.
I won't.
Swicking. What does swicking mean?
It's the brand, bro. It's Swiking. It's like Viking.
Shane Beckley, a verified purchaser on Amazon, rated this a 1 out of 5. 1 star out of 5. And he states the following, and I'll let you guys know, This review was just posted on May 11th of this year.
Okay.
Oh, recently.
His review states, and I quote, "Oh my God, this looked nothing like the picture. I couldn't stop laughing when I opened it. It looked like a blonde version of what B. Arthur would have worn in Maud in the early 70s. Yikes. I don't even know how on God's green earth it was so gravity-defyingly tall. Don't fall for this unrepresentative picture unless you are planning to dress up as one of the Munsters for Halloween. Please scroll down to the user reviews with the pictures."
Okay.
Somebody
Keep
put
going.
pictures.
Right there. The very first one.
Why did he think this was a good idea anyway?
I'm trying to figure out who that guy looks like.
It looked.
No,
it
wait,
looked.
no,
it,
wait, hold-
little-
He's in public.
He is in public.
Yeah, like there's people right here.
There's people there.
Yep.
Looks like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
All right.
bro, you weren't in public.
Looks like McGruber.
Hold on. How did we not talk this one? I'm not the one to complain, but I'm feeling rather bamboozled and hoodwinked. That's fantastic.
Fry Festival.
Oh
Fire
my
Fest.
God. Love it. Oh, tiny hands.
All right.
Tiny hands, little finger puppets. Oh, apparently Honey is giving us some tips. Items price is 26% lower than they've ever seen.
All right. Don't scroll down yet.
Okay. Should I go through the pictures?
Yeah, you can. I don't care.
Why is that your picture?
All right. So,
Dude, I want the middle finger ones.
reviewed last November of 2020. Peggy, a verified purchaser, 5 out of 5 stars. I bought these because I really needed them. Told my significant other that I had a toy coming in the mail. He got all excited. Asked if he should open it, maybe charge it or put batteries in it. I told him to wait till I get home to open it, something we would both enjoy. He died laughing when he looked in the bag and saw all those hands. They have been a hit no matter where I brought them. So if you could please scroll down to the reviewers' pictures as well. And I think it's the second picture, the one that I want you to bring up first. Or the first one, I'm sorry.
This is my strong hand.
Okay, that's funny.
Oh
That's
my
well used.
God.
That's funny. That's funny.
Uh,
I see all
so again,
custom-
anybody who's listening to audio, you gotta watch the video. You gotta watch the video to see these. How much are these?
I think like $6.
So is this what the bag of babies turns into, like after they grow for a while?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's what you want.
Again.
Oh God. Okay, moving
All
on.
right.
World's hottest chocolate bar, super spicy chocolate made with 9 million Scoville heat units from VAT 19.
So this review was left to us just after the pandemic started, March 27th, 2019. This is a verified purchase as well. Ryan writes, not insane on the mouth, but like a hot ball of lead in your stomach. So I ignored the challenge rules, in parentheses, because I love self-inflicted pain, and ate 6 pieces in about 1 minute. Big mistake. Honestly, didn't light my mouth up too bad, but in my gut, it spawned a fiery demon I had to purge with an exorcist-style power spew that could impress a fire hose. I'm saving the last roughly 40% of the bar in case I need to void my entire digestive system out of my mouth again.
So, like, I saw this picture. It looks insanely small.
It is. It's tiny.
Packs a big punch.
That's what she said. 5-gram chocolate bar, 35 calories, will absolutely destroy everything.
So I've thought about
Very small.
I've thought about challenging you two.
Nope.
Just hang on. Just hang on. Hang on. You don't have to agree. But since we are doing the Three Dumb Dads Fantasy Football League, what if out of us three, whoever loses has to do this on
Like
stream?
whoever finishes worst.
Whoever out of the three of us finishes worst has to do this on stream.
So okay, hold on. Let's get some clarity. So let's get some clarity. So out of these 12 squares,
Just one. Just one.
Just one square.
One. Correct.
One of those little tiny guys.
That's it.
Guy said he ate 6, so he ate half that.
He ate half of the bar and about died.
Are there any pictures
Of what?
like people that bought it?
Well,
Maybe
how about
show you, like,
Matt?
how-
Go to Matt. Don't look at this. Go to YouTube. Pull up YouTube and just search "world's hottest chocolate bar reaction."
See, look, I can spell. This one?
That doesn't matter. Whichever one you want.
Right, let's see like
This is-
how big
this is an ad.
thing really is.
Thank you. I didn't know.
This is an ad, everybody. For
Sorry.
Dell XPS. Ding. There.
So it is really,
See it?
it is
Okay.
rather small. Okay. Well, it's really small.
Do they have a timer running? That's just gonna concentrate on one tongue.
That's a terrible idea.
Sound like I have tongue rings. Already done. Did she spit it out?
They're not even chewing it.
Spit it out. Wow. Is he grabbing his butt already? Don't touch your face. Yeah, don't touch your eyes. That's a mistake. Oh, he's chugging milk. There it is. Is anybody getting close to a bingo? Because mine are all over the place. Oh, Jamie's got 2 rows of 2 also. I think I got the winner, baby.
It goes on your tongue and then it goes to the top of your mouth. So it's burning both areas.
Look at Jamie. Meanwhile, Jackie's dead. She's giving a full-on explanation. He's done.
That was from
Here.
one?
That's one.
Jesus.
Brett and Link.
This is the world's hottest chocolate bar. 3, 2, 1.
They don't seem scared. No, not scared enough. It's gonna immediately turn.
Okay, so these guys chewed it.
There it is.
My burnt.
Oh. Yep, he's got it.
This is really freaking hot.
You immediately want to die at this point.
This is like sickening hot.
That's the hiccups. It's the hiccups. Any curse word?
It made his hand get all.
All right, if one of these
Contorted.
pukes, I'm good to go. Yeah. There's no way these guys are completing the challenge. Somebody puke. What are they saying? Is that puking? That's got to be almost puking, right? Oh, that was just spit. That was just spit. Okay.
Swallowed it so fast I was like, it's chocolate. I'm just eating it.
It's underestimating the spice. Yeah, underestimate the spice. Also, slurred speech.
Dude. This is
Yes! Top notch. Put it to the top.
Instant mouth death.
That's what I heard. That's another 2 in a row for me, but I got nothing for threesies. Oh, fuck hell. He's got the right kind of graphic. The logo's on fire. I have a feeling this guy can handle some. Metallica eats whole bar at once, maybe? Yeah. Yes. Wait, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 of them on his table. Oh, yeah, what's about to happen?
one piece every minute as well.
Okay, but it's
What?
1 bar, not 4. Oh, no. Oh, that's 4 times as many pieces. You can't do that much, man.
Okay, so these are really tiny.
Yeah, they're tiny pieces.
Goes into the bathroom. Actually pukes? This can't be hard. I got that one right in the middle of the board.
First minute.
I think he's going to do, like, everything remaining on this list.
No reaction right now. Oh,
Instant burn.
Okay, he's saying it's burning. No, we just jumped ahead 45 minutes. What? Where did they all go? Did all the pieces go inside his body? No. What happened? No. He's not sweating. Is this some editing trick?
Yeah, there's no way.
And he's waiting. Right? He's waiting every minute. You got okay. the heck? I think that counts as complete challenge, no redness in his face. There's no tears. Have we seen a tongue? Have we seen a tongue?
This guy doesn't have pain or
All right,
suffering.
I think you get the idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do it.
I mean, listen, you got a 1 in 3 shot.
Why the fuck not?
All right.
All you got to do is stay in the middle.
True.
Yeah. You just don't have to
Stay
be
in
the
middle of
worst.
3.
Just don't be the worst.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Moving
Hey, it's out there. The
on.
world.
The world
knows.
has heard it. I
Take
agree.
it back. Although I do want to take back the draft order.
Nope.
Sorry.
Where's baby's belly button? What?
I could have said something, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not gonna get all political. Nope. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. All right, Seth. What do you got for this? What is baby's belly button? Lift the flap book.
1 star out of 5 by Pac-Man. This book is completely misleading. The entire plot revolves around finding baby's belly button. The title makes this much clearer from the beginning. However, there is no mystery. There is no twist. Baby's belly button is right where it's supposed to be, on baby's stomach, right where it clearly shows you it is on the cover of the book. This plot is a complete mess as a result of its reliance on the mystery of where the belly button is. Everything falls apart the second you realize that the belly button was in plain sight all along. There's no conflict, there's no character development, and there is scarcely any plot. Whoever wrote this book must have a serious error in judgment, because you would have to be an infant to not immediately understand where baby's belly button is. This is one of the worst pieces of literature I have ever read.
That's fantastic. I love that someone actually took the time to write that. And the scary
that's
part,
a lot.
it was actually fairly well written.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The WMA Blue Amazon Kindle waterproof case cover protective bag pouch. Let's throw every keyword in there to make sure that it comes up in search.
So just for everybody's reference, this is no longer available. Okay?
Oh.
This product is no longer available. However, Ben Harrison took the time out of his busy day to leave us with a 5-star review. And he says the following: I got this from my mother-in-law for bath time, hoping it'd be crap. Her Kindle would slip out and electrocute her. So far, this bloody thing is staying in one piece. Great for waterproof kindling, crap for murder.
Sheesh. I mean, so so if this guy gets in trouble, does this review count as motive?
I would say so.
100%. I don't know. My wife's the attorney, so.
I mean, if she dies suspiciously, I would say that would definitely put him to like the top of the list.
I mean, you would think.
Unless they can't find it. Who knows? All right, moving on.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Exactly. The Wolf of Wall Street, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD. I actually know somebody who was in that movie.
This is a great movie, by the way. If anybody's out there listening and they have not seen this movie, you need to watch it. It's fantastic.
Well, you know what? I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Abby's like, can I go?
So I'm interested to know why this is on the wacky Amazon list.
I cannot wait for this review.
You ready? Paul writes,
I hope it has something to do with the girl they snorted coke off of.
Paul writes 1 star out of 5, and the review simply states, there are no wolves in this movie.
I mean, in a way, he's not wrong.
Are there wolves in like Dances with Wolves?
Yes.
Is there dancing with the wolves?
I mean, there's dancing, just not with actual wolves.
Well, then they lied.
But Kevin Costner's name is Dances with Wolves.
The first movie I thought of that had wolves in the name. Shut up.
All right,
that's
ladies and gentlemen, we're about to wrap it up with a gem. I'm gonna see how well I can.
English grammar for dummies. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see how bad the grammar is in this review. Make sure if you need the book, you do act now. There's one left in paperback, so order soon. It's only $21.18 with Prime, and you can get it by Wednesday, the 18th.
Only $8 used.
You can get it you can get it with Prime in 2 days, or by the middle of next week, like normal shipping.
Right. All right. So, you guys ready?
Sure.
So Nikolai writes 5 stars is the best book. When I first come to America, my English did cause me problems. In Soviet Russia, I was strong teacher. My English I know is the best in all of Petrovsk. My brother Mikhail, he say to me, Nikolai, you go to America. They make you rich like Tsar. Take many women as lover. Kill many bear. My brother, he is very wise, is greatest toy maker in all of Russia. So next day, I wake up, sell my house, say goodbye to wife and children, and go to America to become millionaire. Then, in America, I go to job interview, and they say to me, Nikolai, you are not for the job here. You are not the skills we need. Your English is poor like child. I take that man and smash his table. I say, someday I will be greatest man in all of country. Your children will wish me their father. That day, my anger is best of me. It is then I know I must learn better English. So I buy book, English Grammar, It Is for Dummies, by Mr. Woods. Now I am perfect English grammar. I write letter to Mikhail. He write back, Nikolai, your English is like a god. You will be millionaire soon. All of Propolvox is proud for you. Good luck, brother. Please send letter when you are president, or maybe even czar. Ha ha ha. Also, your wife is killed by bear. So I say thanks to Mr. Wood for his book. When I am czar, your family will be spared. Ha 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 is joke.
That took a random turn. That was you know, hold on. In all seriousness, the best part of that entire review was the fucking accent. That was fantastic.
That was good.
You need to do more dramatic readings in Russian.
It was like Nikolai himself was speaking.
I heard it.
I also liked, aside from the accent, my favorite part was he referenced his brother being greatest toy maker in Russia.
I know, right? I thought that was perfect.
Well, yeah.
Greatest.
He's actually like all the way up near the North Pole, so he's actually Santa.
Like, what kind of toys do they have in Russia? Sickles?
Probably.
They have toy train and Russian nesting dolls. Except for there, they just call them dolls.
Broken vodka bottles.
No, they just call them dolls.
You want to drink?
All right. So, with that said, obviously we've had a ton of fun tonight. We've established what the order is going to be for the first annual Fantasy Football League. We will be back in 2 weeks for that Fantasy Football League draft. It will be live. Oh. One more thought.
We need to make sure that we say next week, or not next week, the week after's episode with the draft, it's going to be a long one.
Oh, yeah.
Because the draft is going to take some time. So buckle up. Make sure you get a drink.
Yeah.
We will probably go live. We'll probably go live about 8:45. That way we can have a little bit of pre-draft talk. Somewhere between 8:45 and 9. The draft starts at 9:15. It will be automated, and everybody has 90 seconds for each pick.
90 seconds. That doesn't mean you have to take 90 seconds.
No, have an idea. Have an idea of who the hell you want to draft.
I'm going to take 90 seconds every time.
I'll just start screaming.
I'm taking 90 seconds every time, Evie. I'm going to wait till second number 87 and then click it.
Why'd you pick 87? Because Sidney Crosby's the greatest hockey player in the world?
Got him. I
Go
will set you
Eagles!
to auto drop.
See, green in the back, Eagles green. Let's go Birds.
Have a good week, everybody. I'll be in Myrtle Beach next week, so.
And I'll be in Wildwood partying it up at the Barefoot Music Festival. So maybe we'll send
Make sure
some.
you show us your chubbies.
Maybe we'll.
Cool, I'll send you
Maybe,
a picture.
maybe we'll
Yeah,
throw
send me a
some. Maybe
picture of
we'll
your
throw
chubby.
some pictures and TikToks up over the next week or so. So make sure you guys tune in, and make sure if you do hit us up, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook,
Like and
everything.
subscribe to everything.
Yes, and let us
Hit
know
that
where.
subscribe button.
Let us know where you came from.